is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome to the discussion for 5 Minute Mystery, which is a sequel to 5 Minute Dungeon, which we've actually done a run through on the channel for. When this game was announced, I was like, well, that sounds weird. Like a premise. I'm like, how are they going to make that work? And with the hype of 5 Minute Dungeon being so good, and then of course they made their Curses expansion, I was like, well, I'll back it. I mean, it was relatively cheap, and oh my god, is this game great. Like, I think this is so much fun. And I would have never thought of this idea.
Right, it is very unique.
Just the plethora of scenes, and all you're doing is matching the scenes, or matching the symbols, 5 symbols, and then you're just like boom and checking, and then you just grab an item and match it to a culprit. It's the most simplest thing, but it's so fun.
Right.
You're invested the entire time. Similar to the 5 Minute Dungeon, where you are invested the entire time. I don't feel like there's like a lull here at all, because I think the rule where you have to pass the codex is that reason. It's one of the biggest reasons, because it's not one person just constantly fiddling with something.
Right.
It's everyone gets a chance to kind of do it. And that also plays into the difficulty of the game, because you're like, okay, yeah, I'm moving it, and then he has a newspaper, then everyone's looking, but you have to pass it on. It's like, fucking do both! Why can't you move them and do both? What do you guys think of 5 Minute Dungeon?
Oh, I love it.
Alright, I guess what I said. Yeah, what do you think of 5 Minute Dungeon? Yeah,
I love that one.
What do you think of 5 Minute Mystery?
I love this one more.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I do. Yeah. I just think I don't know. It's cuter. I love the animals. I like that we're just matching. We're always symbol matching either way, just in a different way. But I like this way better.
Yeah.
I just love the animals.
I feel like with this one, to tie into what you were saying, Kat, I feel like this one, everyone is engaged.
Yeah.
Like the entire time. With 5 Minute Dungeon, it's like there's usually that sense of, if you're not fast enough, you're not really getting to play.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh, we need 3 triangles, or what? We need 3 triangles. We need.
It's in your brain.
I know.
We need super plus.
Oh, we need 3 arrows, and someone's like, boom, got him.
The fucking names we start creating.
The homo.
Sorry, David. The swastika.
Paper hat.
And it just clicks with all of us.
Yeah.
I like that. But yeah, with 5 Minute Dungeon, don't get me wrong, I love that too. But it's like, oh, we need 3 arrows. Boom, got him. Okay, we need running man. Got it. Someone could just always have the answer, and everyone's like, I'd like to help kill things too.
I have a running man.
And then you run into the situation where it's like, okay, we need, a running man, a sword, and a shield, and no one has it. And it's like,
What do we do?
it's like a screeching halt. This game doesn't have
Because that one's a little more class heavy. It's like, well, you know that if you have a lot of swords, but you're throwing away all your swords early, and you know that, because you're going to play that game a lot, you know what's coming up, and you know the final boss has, a shit ton of swords, and they're all in your discard pile because you played them early.
Right.
So...
Right. That game is definitely a more gamer's game in the context of comparing the two. This is not. I feel like this is very more family-friendly, that everyone can be involved. This is... I wouldn't play 5 Minute Dungeon with a child, but this one I feel like you could. Because it's literally, hey, kid, look at the symbol. Some kid, hey, come on.
Come over here. Into my closet.
Devin, what do you think?
What do I think?
I'm sorry.
It is fun. It's super quick, fast paced, kind of what you want. Definitely unique. I don't like the neck craning. You only get the one card. That's a big negative for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can see, say 2-player, one person handling the codex, one person handling the card. That'd be a lot better. But it's like, you got a big table. You definitely need a smaller play area for this one.
That is true. That's a good point.
Yeah. That's definitely I'm like,
right?
Yes,
tiny card. I know they sized him up pretty good. It's still fun, but it is kind of a nickel for me.
Yeah,
because it's also just kind of awkward, looking at it from this angle, because you're like, oh, geez,
they're not
it's already a mess,
right? They made the card super atmospheric. It's almost like an I Spy, those old I Spy books.
Yeah,
that's kind of what it feels like. So not all of the symbols are obvious. Some of them might actually be part of the decor, or
a bush was actually the square.
Right, and I agree with you. While I think 3, I would never play this with 4. I would play 5 Minute Dungeon at any player. Oh no, I'd actually 5 Minute Dungeon if you want to play with 4. Here, I think the less the better. For that very reason, because with 2 people, yeah, one person can do the codex, or it's just kind of it's 2 people having to kind of look instead of 3.
And you can be side by side and looking at it at the same way.
Oh yeah, like if it was like right here.
Yeah.
That's true. But at the same time, I will say, at least with 3, it never felt like we were kind of stepping on each other's toes. We all like, okay, someone found the circle, someone found the triangle, I found the square, and then we all did, and it's super quick. You go through a lot more scenes with more people than with just the 2. So it's a double-edged sword. You have one central that everyone kind of has to get out of my way so I can see it.
We were getting really close to each other.
But yeah, I mean, I don't even know what that shot. It was probably garbage. We're all like this the whole time. But I love these, and what's really smart, because whenever Kat and I first played this, I was like, I didn't know that they made duplicates of the same picture.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, what's stopping someone from just memorizing? Oh, hey, I know this one. We've seen the circle on the square before. But then you come to another one, and you're looking for it. You're like, wait a minute, where is it?
We had one right in the row where you're like, wait, did I not discard this?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, it's just different.
Yeah. But they're not. These are challenging, but not too challenging.
Right.
But there are some where you're like, where is the square? Like, we are not seeing it. There was one where we ran out of time, and we were just like,
no, we're finding the square.
I'm lost. I have no idea where it's at.
And it was like, yeah, on the side of a bookshelf.
What's fantastic is the way you find the culprit. I think them giving out these suspect cards to each, like, you hand out an even number of suspect cards, and it's just, okay, let's match, that. Oh, he has a hat. We know for, like, it's so clean. They don't have to make this big bombastic game with a lot of cards and a lot of tokens. There's so many culprits here that even if you did the same culprit each time, the way the items are going to come out are going to change. How you're looking. It's like, okay, so he has a hat. Okay, well, and who you have.
And it's simple.
It's like, I have everyone with a hat.
Yeah, it's simple enough to also just like swap your hand with another player if it's getting stale.
Yeah.
Because now all of a sudden you're just like, okay, I'm looking for a fresh set of eyes. Got new people.
Right. The timer is fantastic. Like, I think
that's cute.
The cases, like the other one, they actually had like different voices, and they had that big and butthole eyes guy.
Yeah.
They actually got someone who had a voice, recognizable voice.
I like the walrus though.
He's funny. They made it cute. They made it very atmospheric. And what do you guys think of the cases having individual times? Meaning some of them have 6 minutes, some of them have 9 minutes, some of them have 3 minutes. It's called 5 Minute Dungeon, it's called 5 Minute Mystery.
It's lore breaking, and it's why I'm giving the game a 1.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I mean, name recognition. That's why I'm doing it that way.
Right.
It's the same company.
Right.
I think it's fine. It's not like Dollar General where things are sometimes $1, but
This is
mostly
generally 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So we played on Rookie, which was 3 easy cases and 2 medium. They have 2 others. They have a hard, and they have a, what do they call it? Mastermind. Which, let's take a good old gander at some of the hard ones. So they have a lot of cases, too, where you can just, you have some time to fill. What were you going to say?
Oh, and I saw in the rules how they add the red herring tiles.
Yeah.
So then now they're just cluttered.
Yeah, so and what's cool is it's just one of each, so it doesn't bog it down, but if you draw it, it's just, and it's a literal red herring.
Red herring.
But yeah, it just means, that we didn't find anything for that. And with time being so crucial, that sucks. Let's see. So there are, you have 1, 2, 3.
I like how the cases are really unique. It's not
They
just
are.
finding one person and
Right.
It's,
I
find 2 people. This time you get 2 clues. This time.
Yeah, this time take your suspects, put them in a stack. Kat and I have done one where we had to catch 2 culprits. The other time we played, it's hard finding 2 culprits.
Yeah.
Because it's basically like, okay. Now I wonder, what we didn't do? You know how dumb we are? Why didn't we take one item and try and match them to both culprits? We never did that.
Oops.
We only took an item and we're like, oh, this is the one culprit. We never tried to see if it matched with the other one.
I guess we probably didn't think that we were allowed to.
Dude, I don't see why not. We have
Yeah.
two culprits.
Telling you, once you get in that moment, you're not thinking, you're doing.
Yeah. So
Reaction.
there's 6 easy ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 medium. 2, 3, 4, 5 hard ones and 4 mastermind. So one of the hard ones is the Sleepy Walrus. 7 minutes. Players cannot talk or look at the reference cards. The player with the codex
reference
can
cards.
Which I
What's
think
that?
is this one.
Oh.
Yeah. And the player with the codex cannot look at the scene cards.
Ooh, that's gotta be good. That really have to sharpen our description.
Right.
Or just really get our code words down.
Yeah.
Super plus! Hat!
Whenever you guys play in half
Castle!
battery, I'm like, I'm lost. I
You
don't know.
got plus minus better. You know, plus minus. Better.
Oh, fair enough. And you just have to catch one culprit. One of the mastermind ones is called the Sad Walrus. Place all the suspects in one face-down deck. When you solve a scene, instead of taking a clue, take 3 suspects and examine one unused culprit. Catch one culprit.
Huh.
Damn. Wow. Yeah. So, and some of these, I think the mastermind only came if you got the specific Kickstarter. Off it. I don't think the mastermind come with it.
There's only a
Oh, this
mastermind.
was a Kickstarter?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is the one that doesn't reek of Kickstarter.
Yeah, so, and you can mix and match. You can honestly just shuffle this deck and then just grab 5 random ones, but Rookie has 2 easy, 2 medium, 1 hard, Detective 1 easy, 2 medium, 2 hard, and Master is 0 easy, 2 medium, 2 hard, 1 mastermind. So it's always 5 cards, which I just feel like is manageable and fun, because the variation would make this game just a blast. And then, of course, they add purple cards, so if you want to play with 5 or 6, I can't imagine playing with 5 or 6 people, like you mentioned with the cards.
Overwhelming.
Yeah, because everyone wants to look at it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like playing the Sherlock Holmes or detective games. Everyone wants to be involved, but it's like that's not so one person really should just have and then explain it to the one person with the codex, but then everyone else just has a deck of suspect cards.
So
Right.
everyone's just kind of listening up until that moment.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, so they have a bunch of different ways for this game to have variation. I feel like I'm talking the whole time. So.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean,
I don't
unfortunately,
have much else to say.
that's the thing with a 5-minute game. Not a whole lot to cover, other than I really like it.
You can play it solo.
I really enjoy it.
One thing, when Kat and I played, the skin was making me frustrated because I'm like, is this skin or is it scales? Do sharks have scales or skin? Well, shark skin, so I'm like, okay. But then re-looking through the rulebook this time, they put the suspect backgrounds clarify. They the scales matched the skin. It matches that, so you can easily.
Which I didn't even notice that.
I didn't
at
either.
all. Which obviously we didn't.
But looking through it again, I thought that was that's a very nice addition. I think this game is great.
Yes.
I very much enjoy it. I'm assuming you like 5-Minute Dungeon better.
I mean, this is right up there. I
Yeah.
think right in the same line. I just think, I might like playing that one a bit more, but at the same time, it is kind of frustrating and it's so card heavy. Like it's
Yeah.
setup and deconstructions.
You-
are just like
God.
the fucking shuffling cards.
yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
we don't
It
have
can
to worry
get
about
irritating.
separating. It's like I have 18
Yeah.
of your cards and 5.
Yeah, it doesn't have any of that, so that's
Yeah.
really nice.
And you're worried that's the cards are just going to get destroyed.
yeah. And also, this would be a lot easier for most people to pick up.
Right.
Yeah, I was thinking, this is a game that I would honestly bring this to my coworkers and be like, this is something that we can play as a group. This
Yeah.
is fun.
Yeah. It does play up to 5, so I wish there was. Oh no, I think it plays up to 6. Yeah, the mastermind. Let's see, red herring clues. Now, of course, I can't find it. I think it's in setup. But yeah, if you add in the purple, yeah, 5 or 6 players. I just can't really see playing this with 6. Like,
It'd be a lot. Yeah.
it would.
You would have to kind of bend the rules maybe and be like, okay, someone's got to hold on to the dial.
Right,
someone's
maybe you
gotta-
can team it where it's if you're playing with, let's say, 4 or 6, it's okay, us 3 or us 2 we do the codex, and you guys do the suspect cards, and you kind of team it up that way.
Maybe two people are like looking. That way you have
Yeah.
two brains.
You
looking
assign
at it.
roles. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Us two, we do the codex, so we'll swap back and forth. You guys swap the scenes back and forth.
Yeah.
And then you two, if playing with 6, you do the items.
Yeah.
And
that
everyone
way,
can.
yeah. That way, it's not like 6 people just yelling.
Yeah.
Ah!
Because there's only 5. There's only 5. It's like that's just way too much.
Yeah.
So
One person finds one.
It is a little unfortunate that they didn't manage the player count that well. The lower player count, like 2 or 3. I think 3 max is good. Whereas 5-minute dungeon, almost any player count.
Yeah,
But
just throw guards
consistently, I've always done 4. And 4 gets pretty fun. But yeah, it is very card heavy, and you're just like constantly just got it, boom, and you never really get to look at the art. At least here you get to appreciate the characters and stuff. But you're just like, oh, boom, got it, boom,
Yep.
and then you never really get to enjoy it. But they're both great. But I'm with Kat. I like this one quite a bit more, especially because I like the mystery themes.
Right. Yes, yeah, this couldn't have come out at a better time. I remember the first night we played this, I was like, I'm just smitten. I think it's great.
It's so unique.
I can't wait to tell you my rating.
Never would have thought of a way to do this. So I'm curious to see.
Yeah, that is one thing I do want to say real quick is the mechanics behind this, and like, because it's essentially also a portion of like the old game Guess Who, which is a very impressive puzzle. Anyone who can put together a puzzle impresses me in general.
Right.
But like it's like, how do we make sure that nothing overlaps? It's like, how do we not accidentally? It's like, how to, like, oh shit, they're actually both wearing a hat. We missed it.
Right.
And it ruined someone's game.
That is kind of a slight negative for me. Is the items and things aren't 100% clear. It's like, oh, he has a necklace. I don't consider that a necklace.
I get that. I understand.
But, I mean, that's a very slight negative, so I don't really care.
There was also one where the art design wasn't very prominent, and her purse blended into her... who was that? That was a bird.
It was a bird. I don't think...
So that was a problem. Abigail's...
See if you can find her purse real quick.
If you're not looking for it, like, or it's really...
Oh, that's a sneaky purse.
It was very sneaky.
Because I omitted it. I was like, no, she doesn't have a purse.
Again, in the moment... If it doesn't totally pop, it's kind of sneaky. Like his bag is teal against orange red. You can tell.
Yeah. But I
You see Maurice, he's my favorite.
the Lovecraft octopus is of course my favorite.
Van Hoot's a close second.
Cat actually has the octopus.
What could be? I was just looking at him. There he is.
It's like, oh my god, you filter through cards.
I thought he was...
Like you're freezing.
He's got a purse too.
I'm always freezing.
Okay. Oh, and this this chameleon is licking her eye.
So cute.
They just have characteristics, and I think Connor Reed did both. I'm 100% sure he did both. I am very excited to see if he does more. I think this 5-minute shtick could go for probably not a bunch of different themes, but I think he could probably pull 1 or 2 more different kind of 5-minute mechanics out.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean this
one was crazy.
Maybe like a 2-player 5-minute war or something. 4-player 5-minute war. But yeah, with seeing 5-minute dungeon and the symbol, the symbols of that one being a hit and this one being so unique, I am intrigued to see if there's going to be any other types of 5-minute games that come out.
Yeah, 5-minute buck, how many hands up?
Go to jail, Cat. All right, so scale of 1 to 10, Devin.
Ooh, I mean, it was well put together, really unique premise. I'll give it a 9.
9?
Yeah. Solid.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. I'm gonna give it a 9 as well.
Cheap, easy, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that it wasn't expensive either. And the codex is relatively well put together.
Right, that's a nice little deal there.
So it's I like 3D things and stuff like this. So while I'm gonna look up how much it was, but Kat, go ahead and give it your score.
I'm doing it. I'm giving it a 10.
I knew that.
I love this. I think this is great. Fantastic.
5-minute mystery.
Man, Van Hoot and Maurice, I think, are my top two faves. Love them. Suspicious Owl and a blind rat.
I paid $50 total.
Worth every penny.
Yep, and that was with shipping. So
and I will say, like, the insert looks very nice. The box looks very
Everything's-
nice. The art's fun. They put love into it, and you can tell. There's not too much.
Yeah, so 9s, 2 9s and a 10. I knew you were going to give it a 10.
Yeah.
There was no way you weren't. But however, the standard edition actually has a better cover.
What?
Yeah, the Mastermind edition is this. The standard edition is that. It actually shows the museum with the fox above it.
Neat.
I kind of like that one way better than...
This one's nice, simplistic.
It
I
is.
bet you that's the MacGuffin in his hands.
Oh, I bet it is too.
Maybe. Stupid McGovern.
But anyway, that's our thoughts on 5 Minute Mystery. Let us know what you think of the game in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.